Good day, future teachers! Your Binibini from Lilu is back once again to share you a piece of my knowledge. So set your mind, ready your heart, and brace yourselves for a brand new lesson that you will learn. After knowing what curriculum implementation is and the different curriculum workers, let us now learn about the levels of curriculum implementation. To ensure the smooth implementation of the curriculum, each department or Ministry of Education in any country has established a system that will take charge of the whole work of planning, development, implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. Integrated in the system are the curriculum workers. Here in the Philippines, our system of education follows a centralized system of curriculum development and implementation that is divided into 5 levels. The Republic Act 9155, also known as the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, Chapter 1, Section 7 defines the function of each level as follows. First is the national level. Through the leadership of the Secretary of Education, the undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, and different bureau officers are responsible for the following: formulating national educational policies, formulating a national basic education plan, promulgating national educational standards, monitoring and assessing national learning outcomes, undertaking national educational research and studies, enhancing the employment status, professional competence, welfare, and national working conditions of all personnel of the department, and lastly, enhancing the total development of learners through local and national programs and projects. From national level, it goes down to the regional level. Consistent with the national educational policies, plans, and standards, the regional office under the regional director shall be responsible for the following: defining a regional educational policy framework which reflects the values, needs, and expectations of the communities they serve. Developing a regional basic education plan. Developing regional educational standards with a view toward benchmarking for international competitiveness. Monitoring, evaluating, and assessing regional learning outcomes. Undertaking research projects and developing and managing region-wide projects which may be funded through official development, assistance, and other funding agencies. Ensuring strict compliance with prescribed national criteria for the recruitment, selection, and training of all staff in the region and divisions. Formulating, in coordination with the Regional Development Council, the budget to support the regional educational plan which shall take into account the educational plans of the divisions and districts. Determining the organization component of the divisions and districts and approving the proposed staffing pattern of all employees in the divisions and districts. Hiring, placing, and evaluating all employees in the regional office except for the positions of assistant director. Evaluating all school division superintendents and assistant division superintendents in the region. Planning and managing the effective and efficient use of all personnel, physical and fiscal resources of the regional office, including professional staff development. Managing the database and management information system of the region. And approving the establishment of public and private elementary and high schools and learning centers. Third is the division level. A division consists of a province or a city consistent with the national educational policies, plans, and standards, the division level, through the leadership of the division superintendent, shall be responsible for the following:
developing and implementing division education development plans, planning and managing the effective and efficient use of all personnel, physical and fiscal resources of the division, including professional staff development, hiring, placing, and evaluating all division supervisors and school district supervisors, as well as all employees in the division, both teaching and non-teaching personnel, including school heads, except for the assistant division superintendent. Monitoring the utilization of funds provided by the national government and the local government units to the schools and learning centers. Ensuring compliance of quality standards for basic education programs, and for this purpose, strengthening the role of division supervisors as subject area specialists. Promoting awareness of and adherence by all schools and learning centers to accreditation standards prescribed by the Secretary of Education. And lastly, supervising the operations of all public and private elementary, secondary, and integrated schools and learning centers.
School district level. A school's district, through the leadership of the district supervisor, is responsible for the following:
providing professional and instructional advice and support to the school heads and teachers or facilitators of schools and learning centers in the district or cluster thereof, and curricula supervision.
And last is school level. Consistent with the national educational policies, plans, and standards, the school level, through the leadership of the school heads, is responsible for the following:
setting the mission, vision, goals, and objectives of the school, creating an environment within the school that is conducive to teaching and learning, implementing the school curriculum and being accountable for higher learning outcomes, developing the school education program and school improvement plan, offering educational programs, projects, and services which provide equitable opportunities for all learners in the community, introducing new and innovative modes of instruction to achieve higher learning outcomes, administering and managing all personnel, physical and fiscal resources of the school, recommending the staffing complement of the school based on its needs, encouraging staff development, establishing school and community networks, and encouraging the active participation of teachers' organizations, non-academic personnel of public schools, and parent-teachers community association. And lastly, accepting donations, gifts, bouquets, and grants for the purpose of upgrading teachers' learning facilitators' competencies, improving and expanding school facilities, and providing instructional materials and equipment.
Currently, the different offices in the Department of Education are doing their best in ensuring a smooth and efficient implementation of the K-12 education program in the Philippines.
Under the Republic Act 10533, or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, kindergarten and senior high school were added to the Philippine basic education system. This ensures that our education system for basic education is at par with the international standards and to prepare Filipino students to meet the needs and demands of a knowledge-based society.
For higher education institutions, or HEIs, in the country, the Commission on Higher Education, or simply CHED, was established under Republic Act 7722, otherwise known as the Higher Education Act of 1994.
Contrary to DepEd, the CHED has two levels: the central office or the national level, and the regional offices. The CHED Central Office focuses on the development of policies and sets the national direction for higher education in the country. The CHED Office for Program Standards, or OPS, is responsible for curricular matters. The CHED issues a Memorandum Order, or CMO, per program to serve as a guide to HEIs on the courses that should be offered per program. Admission and retention policies, administrative requirements, faculty requirements, library and laboratory requirements, and others. Experts in different academic fields and disciplines are invited to become members of different technical panels and technical committees to help the Commission in the development of these CMOs per program. All curricular changes and application for new curricular offerings from HEIs are reviewed and recommended for approval by the OPS to the Commission and back. The Regional Office of CHED is responsible for the monitoring and implementation of the policies and guidelines developed by the Central Office. The monitoring work is done with the help of regional experts on different fields known as Regional Quality Assurance Team, or RQAT. It is their duty to ensure that all HEIs in their regions comply with CHED requirements and policies. State colleges and universities must seek the approval of their academic councils and their corresponding board of regents for any curriculum changes and curriculum proposals before these curriculum proposals are sent to CHED for approval. Exempted in this process is the University of the Philippines system. The UP system does not follow the CHED prescribed curriculum. For UP, any curriculum proposal must be approved by its University Council and the UP Board of Regents. Private HEIs may also add more subjects as institutional requirements per program based on the mission, vision, and philosophy of the HEI concerned. For state universities and colleges, their individual charters guide their program offerings. This process is shown in this figure. The academic freedom of individual HEI and faculty members also highly influences curriculum development in higher education. Curricular revisions are presented and approved by the University Council in the case of state universities and colleges. For private HEIs, the Curriculum Committee and the Council of Deans, presided by the Vice President for Academic Affairs, approve any curriculum proposal made in any department or college. Each faculty member, whether in public or private HEI, develops a syllabus for his or her subject guided by the faculty expertise and their academic freedom. For vocational and technical courses, the Technical Education Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, is the government agency that prescribes the curriculum and other requirements for the implementation of the program. Each course is implemented through modules designed and implemented based on specific competencies prescribed. All the specific requirements and facilities, including the required training and certification for each faculty who will teach each course, are prescribed by TESDA.
And that's all for the levels of curriculum implementation. Once again, I am your Binipini, Marlene Cometa Panaglima, from the Laguna State Polytechnic University, Santa Cruz main campus. See you on my next video.